All right, we're going on to chapter 7 here, and this is a really good chapter for me. It when I learned this, I was in my mid 20s actually, and it's something that it made a lot of sense. But I was always a very passionate person. I've always been passionate, and the problem with passion is sometimes when you apply it in the wrong area, it does change your decision making, and it does become expensive. All right. And this is something that was a very important lesson for me to learn. And it literally is something that, I mean, I wish I would have learned it earlier. You always say that about good lessons, but its emotions are a luxury we cannot afford. This chapter may need an entire bottle of Cabernet Sauvignon. We will call it Cab for short, mainly because Cab is so enjoyable to drink. You will be drinking it often, just as keeping your emotions in check will be something you will do often. This is important because the knowledge I'm about to drive home in this chapter is something you will want to remember every time you are drinking a cab. This is an important life lesson that has truly helped me from myself over and over again. My largest mistakes had emotional spilled all over them, and the biggest rebounds and recoveries had emotions removed from them almost entirely. Emotions are some of the most challenging roadblocks we all face every day. Ironically, they are also what makes us human and are the cause for everything we do. We do not get out of bed without emotions. Without emotions, we would do nothing. Emotions are where wasted time, money, and opportunity are consumed into an endless black hole of regrets. This was a hard lesson, mainly because I fully understood it. I had already lived through an expensive course of life, all due to emotions. I'm a passionate person, and that has its rewards for sure. It also comes with a side of emotional expenses that would amaze you. I had a chief technical officer that was an incredible mentor in many aspects. The most memorable were in the truths of life. And this is absolutely one of the most amazing lessons I could pass along to anyone. It has been an incredible change in my own understanding that only better to me, I can tell you that the benefits are not just monetary, but in all aspects of life, especially where it matters the most, in the family and relationships of those we hold dear. See, any and all regret is tied to an emotion. They are very expensive. And if you are not understanding it, go sit in any courtroom and listen to the lives disrupted, lost, or ruined because of emotion. We make decisions based on emotion. And when logic prevails, it is not always the same wishful outcome. When I find that I'm emotionally charged up on a decision, I slow it down. Whether it's regarding our children or a business matter, I slow it down. Time is the adjustment. Nothing good comes from charged emotional reactions. All things good are good now and tomorrow. Nothing must happen in a split second other than life and death decisions. And with that exception, I will continue. In life and dealing with our loved ones or coworkers, bosses, or colleagues, emotions need to remain in check. This is where wealth is not always measured in money. Wealth in patience and control is without measure. It is priceless, truly. Less is more, and he or she who loses their temper last wins. Believe me, when a man or woman in business understands this life's truth, anything is possible. I've also found that the energy that is created from the knowledge I'm about to explain has rewards in all areas of your life. Almost any decision can be made tomorrow. I'm not talking about procrastination. We all know when it is time to take action. Take it. But when things get emotional, mind you, slow it down. When we jump to conclusions, assume things out of rage and emotion, things get messy 99% of the time. This mess costs us in time, respect, and as a result, income and opportunity. Because we are human, we have emotions. Because of emotions, we do everything. The control of emotions lies the power and where mindset creates advantages for gains. Just like we all have 24 hours in each and every day, we all share the same access to emotions and what we do with them. Avoid the tornado. This alone has saved me in countless hours of regret. Just like Mother Nature, emotions can create a tornado. Step away, remove yourself. Take cover and wait for the storm to consume itself and pass. When someone else is wrapped up in an emotional tornado, they are twisted up and damaging everything around them. Step away, slow down, and do not jump in. Protect yourself and wait. When the storm calms down, it will clear up and decisions will be easier. Do not buy into the rage of the tornado. You will see drama and lies are best used against us in a storm. The deceit of emotionally charged experiences are never good. Plus, when you learn the power of being in control and waiting for the storm to pass, you will see less of them. We truly teach others how to treat us by our reactions to their actions. When a child is throwing a temper tantrum, slow things down, wait it out, then proceed. Same goes with teenagers, adults, and almost all situations. Same things go for how we react in our homes, careers, business, pleasure, and really anything. It can be a loved one or a complete stranger. Things happen. It is how we react that allows for the results. Problems, frustrations, issues of all kinds can arise. We react and then the outcome follows. Reacting from a relaxed, patient perspective is always better than a charged up emotional response. We can take time to weigh out the desired outcomes, and we can avoid looking like an idiot to match the person that was in the emotional tornado. Any decision in life based upon the logic of the outcome is better than one made with emotion. Sound decisions in life only become better with emotion after they are sound. This is something I have seen become true time and time again since I fully understood and utilized this truth. Make a list, pros and cons of the decision. Logically think it out. Look at the impact on your life and finances before jumping in. Sound decisions are almost always the ones without emotional fluff added in. Let us say you're going to buy a new car. Your current car is about paid off and running just fine. Sure, it has wear and tear, and maybe you think you could attract a better partner in life if you had a more fun, faster, sexier car. You also, and because it only makes sense if you're reading this book, are looking to be stronger financially for the future as well. So hopefully we can break for an emotional and logical self-check before deciding on a new car. Let us write out the pros and cons. Here's exactly how I would do this based upon my habits and view on things. Mind you, I did not always understand this, okay? Let us do this. Pros, it is a brand new car. I will look incredible in a new car. People will see me as richer than when I was in my old car. I will have a warranty on the new car. Okay, 4 pros. Cons, my old car, if paid off, only has X payments left, right? The new car will cost me XX for months. My budget will be X less each month to cover the car payment. My insurance will go up X to Y with this new car. The difference in monthly expenses will go from X to Y by changing my old car to the new car. Now, based upon these things, it should be making sense logically, not emotionally. If it is just emotions and the desire to have a new car, let us be realistic. If you want the ability to invest and grow, you will affect your monthly cash flow with this decision. Also, the car you drive is a social status symbol. However, so are your debts. And the more you need to spend to maintain your possessions, the less you must invest in growing your financial position. The same goes for any purchase that is going to be put on credit. Credit cards are used by most people as a way to gain instant gratification. You don't have the money to buy it today, but you want it today. So you use your credit card to buy it now and then pay for it with interest over time. The life of installment payments. This is where the financial demise of almost anyone begins. You create a situation where your available funds each month dwindle away to pay for things you received long ago. Soon you no longer can buy anything on money you have today, and you are buying things on the future incomes months or years later. Not exactly a recipe for financial success. It is a sure way to dig a hole that many never get out of. This is where patience and removal of emotions become activities of wealth creation. Emotion in this aspect of life are more expensive than people want to believe. The extra 10, 50, 100, 200 a month you start building up in interest payments go against you and your quality of life. If you do not absolutely need it, don't buy it on credit. If you cannot afford it today, you logically cannot afford it tomorrow either. If you are financially strapped today, then why would you want to be further strapped tomorrow? Credit cards are credit lines. They are best used to create instances of cash flow, using the bank's money to create cash flow, or in other words, business income. I have been working with employee-minded people for decades, and I'll break down the use of credit cards for those looking to be a great employee and working towards a long-term plan of being an employee for a great employer. Being an employee, you more or less have a set income. There are needs to your employment that need to be met for your employment and are expected. These are needs. Dress code will require you to dress a certain way. You will need clothing to adhere to the standard. You will need transportation to and from work, unless you are working from home. Fuel and maintenance costs are part of self-transportation, etc. Meals while you are at work, etc. These are all costs to you that come from your set income. Should you not have these when you begin your work, and should you not have the funds to get them out of cash, then using a line of credit or a credit card makes sense. It is the available resources to invest in what you need to secure the set income you will receive. This is cash flow. Now, buying a new video game system is probably not anywhere in the needs category for your set income, and therefore it is not necessary. The key is to spend what you need without emotion. Your home or housing, food, clothing, transportation. The remainder, you are the steward. Invest, save, do the things you need to do to get what you want to get. Anything you do for entertainment is where emotions come in. The more you save and invest, the more you can have in your retirement years. That is a basic laid out plan of understanding. As you make decisions that use up more money for the needs, the less you must invest or save, and so on. Having a set income has its pros. You are knowledgeable about what you must work with week to week, month to month. You can make your decisions based on that. And barring being fired, let go, furloughed, or otherwise upset in your set income, you know what is to work with, right? The cons are the same. You are limited. Having time and money, if you have time outside of the time you trade in for the set income, you have a pathway to create more income. If you have credit, you have a line of credit to use to build additional incomes. That is, if you are not emotionally tying up those for instant gratification and paying for things with interest and digging holes into financial despair. That new couch looks amazing. With a loss of credit to build cash flow, could have bought you a new couch every month and 6 months from now if used properly. For those that are self-employed entrepreneurs or business owners, the use of credit cards or lines of credit need to cover things in different ways. We need to look the part. We need to cover the life needs, and we need to create the business that creates the cash flow. The risk is different, but so are the available gains. Now, if you're with a set income and you have funds to invest or a credit card to use as a line of credit to create cash flow, this is where the rich can become richer. It is also where the employee can cross over to the wealth creation in the business and creation directions. Time is the equalizer for everyone. 24 hours a day, no one gets more or less. Emotions can cost us in time. If you create or have friends that create drama in your life, you are letting emotional costs take your time. Expensive. So often you will see a financially strapped or broke person spending their time in non-cash flow creating ways. Having drama or social media, television, or binges in sports, movies, or whatever is only costing your future. It is all emotional filler, and it is all costly. Anyone not seeing that is already in a broke mentality. Their future is most likely not financially secure. Now, take your available time, whether full-time or part-time, and apply it to creating cash flow. This is where you can get your money and time working for you. Today, more than ever, there are some incredible ways to create wealth. In fact, creating multiple streams of income is easy today. The hard has already been done. You just need to follow the right mentors, use the right systems, and give it your best. Take the time savings from utilizing systems and automation tools to apply to high-touch solutions for your business. Prioritize your available time to focus on money-making activities. These are where you are creating cash flow. Cash flow that comes in weekly or monthly is the same net effect of having hundreds or having thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions, tens of millions or more in the bank paying interest to you. It is all in the leverage of wealth creation. It is so much more rewarding than any television program you could ever watch. Additionally, having the patience to build up a solid and growing cash flow allows for far more than new cars. And when you're solid financially and have it together, the problems and emotions of life will not leave you. You will be even more attractive than you were, and your energy will change to attract other lessons in life. This is where we could share some life stories and would each need a bottle of something fun like a Tannier Pinot Grigio, add in a plate of grapes, blueberries, strawberries, and some Swiss, Havarti, and some soft cheeses, and we can discuss it for hours on a bright afternoon. Life and life issues are far more entertaining and enjoyable with financial strength. The irony of it all is when you learn to remove emotions to make the cash flow happen, emotions later are far more enjoyable to experience. They come with the silver lining of freedom. Achieve this and you will completely understand. Financial strength removes the emotions of being broke, and you can really make better decisions in all areas of life without the emotions of being broke or strapped financially. The summary to this chapter could be summed up as all decisions in life when you are not financially sound are emotions. Emotions will cost you dearly. Remove the financial straps and remove the need for emotions, allowing you a sounder mind to make decisions with. Now, that concludes chapter 7, and I'm going to stop my share and I'm come here and bring up some notes here. This chapter is a very strong chapter for me, and it's allowed me to understand the patient process and understand how to look at things properly and not make rash decisions. But also, when you create cash flow and you have that solving things, and if you've never had a situation where you had more money than you need to get there, because it gets rid of some of the most amazing drama creating crap ever. You know, when you look at life, right? And you look at marriages and divorces, the number one leading cause of divorce is almost always financial strain and problems. And if you have financial strains and problems, think about it, you're not well-rounded in life. You know, making money is that's just an energy thing. And if your life is more balanced, you got a great spiritual foundation, you have a great personal and physical foundation, you're taking care of your body right? And you're taking care of your relationships right, and you're learning to be a better person, life just works better. And that attracts in everything, including financial gains. You're going to be prompted on things. And if you look at the other environments where people are like strapped and they're stressed out and they're arguing all the time, you can't create a positive environment to go create the cash flow. There's happiness, right? And something that is just amazing is when you get into an environment where you can actually help other people. And if you're doing something that's creating cash flow that's also helping other people, you're getting the blessings of that too, and you get to have all that positivity to help you grow and achieve more. It's one of those things that I really like, because when you hang around wealthy people, they're just happier. You know why they're happier? It's not because they have more money. That helps. It's just they have less drama, and they've learned how to get rid of the crazy emotions out of things that we control all we can. Doesn't mean life's not going to happen. Doesn't mean we're going to have issues with the kids. All of us have issue with kids, right? It's part of our growing experience. But there's things that just get better. And your understanding of that gets better. It's wisdom, proper wisdom that comes with learning more skill sets. And it all comes down to, again, communication skills, how to adapt to things and how to properly make decisions without emotional tie-ins that could and almost always are costly. All right. God bless everyone. See you guys in the next reading. Bye for now.